Greetings and welcome to Young and Rising. Thank you so much for joining in today. So today we are continuing with our subject of conflict resolution. It is my desire that each and every one of us wakes up one of these days strong and able to manage any conflict that they come across in a positive way. One thing I desire for us as Young and Rising is that we can be able to positively walk out of any conflict because we have the necessary mental resources to deal with a conflict. So today, let's look at what are the practicals of managing a conflict in the best possible way. First things first, let's be able to realize and remind ourselves each and every time there's a conflict that the conflict and the people involved are two different things. The problem and the person are two different things. Even if you fight over something you consider basic or something you consider complex, always remember the problem you have is different from you as people. So the first step into resolving any conflict is being able to realize that there is a problem to solve, not a person to fight, or a person to change, or a person to control, but rather a problem to solve. This is one of the main things that make us fail to resolve conflict. The moment you say to a person, you are stupid, you have moved from stupidity as a problem to a person as the stupid person. So it then means your duty is now to change the person from being stupid to being a good person. It's different from solving a problem that came out of a stupid behavior. So if you want to correct the stupid behavior, focus on the stupid behavior. Focus on what happened and not the person who did whatever has happened. It will look like this is not possible. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose you have promised someone to return their money which you borrowed on the 10th of the month. Then the 10th comes and you ignore that person. You choose not to answer their calls. You go quiet. Then you meet on the 15th. Automatically, there's a problem here. The problem is you failed to honor your promise. The second problem is you ignored the person. So you have two problems besides the third, which means you still owe the person. Now, if you look at this particular issue, let's assume now you are the one who is owed. You need to understand that you have to deal with dishonesty. You have to deal with lying. You have to deal with avoidance and still remain with the person. So when you talk with this person, when you have a conversation, point out that you know what, it is not the best for you to avoid me because you owe me. Just communicate that I am not able to honor my promise this particular time. This means you have separated the failure to communicate from the person who failed to communicate. You are dealing and solving failure to communicate. And this person, if they are a normal person, a person who understands, they will know that I did wrong. And they will know that this is my problem. But the moment you go there and you say, your problem is that you don't communicate. You are a problem because when you owe me, you avoid me. You are a problem. That person has to defend themselves and stand in a position to justify that they are not a problem. But rather, this happened. So you end up having a person telling you that, my friend, the fact that I owe you does not mean I should not survive. Do you know that if I get $10, I have a family to feed, I have a wife who needs food, I need to dress, I still need to buy soap before I return your money. So don't talk to me as if your money means the world to me. Before you know it, the conflict escalates. But if you focus on the problem itself, the person will be humbled by your approach and this issue will be resolved. That's one thing. We will try to cover multiple other things that we can do to resolve conflicts. But master this for today. Separate the problem and the person. And when you address any particular issue that has resulted in a conflict, always remember there are two things involved: the problem or the issue or the situation or the occurrence or the behavior. That's one thing. And then there is the person. I believe this can set a good foundation for us to understand conflict resolution and to be able to resolve conflicts in a more productive way. Thank you very much. Let's meet up in the next video.